Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again with your morning blog for Thursday, July 3rd, 2014. Going to be another hot and sunny day in Billerica. Maybe a chance of thunder showers. This is a calm before Hurricane Arthur is supposed to hit New England indirectly with a lot of heavy rain, but all of the winds will be offshore, which is good news. A lot of places have been postponing their 4th of July fireworks until like Saturday or Sunday. Boston moved them up to tonight just to be on the safe side of the hurricane, which is going to pass several miles southeast of New England, and we're just going to get heavy rain. All the winds are going to stay offshore, which is good. Some news to report. Chicago Cubs beat Boston Red Sox by the score of 16-9, sweeping the 3-game series. The highlight of the night was in the Nesson booth where Red Sox color man Jerry Remy lost his tooth. That's probably going to be one of the highlights of the Red Sox season so far. And also the Chicago Bulls are going to amnesty Carlos Boozer from his contract. I think they're trying to save money to make a run at Carmelo Anthony. And also the Toronto Raptors re-signed Kyle Lowry to a 4-year contract with $48 million, but that cannot be made official until next Friday. Okay, and now my blog of this morning is about a movie review, and it's about a movie review that came out in 1996, a comedy, Happy Gilmore, starring Adam Sandler. The story of Happy Gilmore, the movie is about Happy Gilmore, who is he wants to be a hockey player, but he doesn't have, he's not a good skater. He's overly aggressive, and every time he tries to make a hockey team, he gets cut. And he loses his girlfriend over it because his dream is to play in the NHL, but he can't play because he's not good. And one day he gets a phone call from an important phone call, and the IRS is going to repossess his grandmother's house unless if he comes up with $275,000. And then one time when the movers were taking the house away, they found golf clubs, and Happy Gilmore has an unbelievable shot, very unbelievable shots, and then he goes to the golf range and shoots them, and then he's discovered by Chubbs Peterson, who was a pro golf tour person. He wanted to make the pro golf tour back in the 1960s. Chubbs Peterson was played by Carl Revers, and he sees the shots, and he says he should join do the local tournament, where if he wins the local golf tournament, he could go on the pro golf tour. And he says, "I'll teach you how to play golf, and you should enter the tournament." And he does enter the tournament, and he wins and goes on the pro golf tour. But Chubbs says, just hold it off for 4 to 6 months because your short game is horrible. But he doesn't listen because he needs the money. And then he goes on the pro golf tour, and he does a lot of major shots, but has a lot of anecdotes, and that gets the #1 pro golfer on the tour, Shooter McGavin, who's played by Christopher McDonald, jealous because his popularity's taking a hit because Happy Gilmore's the number getting to steal his popularity. Also, Happy falls for the pro golf tour PR director, Virginia, who's played by Julie Bowen, and they develop a love interest, and they become lovers. And then during a Pro-Am golf tour, celebrity golf tournament, Happy Gilmore is paired with legendary Prices Right host Bob Barker, and then there's a heckler that heckles Happy, and he loses focus and concentration, and then he sucks on that day playing with Bob Barker, and Bob Barker calls this guy sucks. And then when Bob Barker was criticizing Happy Gilmore that he should not be a golfer, he should be working at the snack bar, Happy gets into a fight with Bob Barker, and he knocks him out, and he says, "The price is run, bitch." And then Bob Barker comes back and beats him up, and calls him a bitch. But then the pro golf tour fines Happy Gilmore $25,000 and suspends him and he loses that money that could have went to buying the house back from his grandmother, but he gets an endorsement from Subway, which puts him at like $275,000 to get the house back. But the house is auctioned off, and then the house is sold to $300,000, and it was bought by Shooter McGavin. He says real estate is speculation is hobby, but he says you could get the house back if you win the Pro Golf Tours Championship, the gold jacket, and he says if I get the gold jacket, I get the house back, but if I don't win it, I'll quit the tour. And then Happy has to relearn how to play golf with Chubbs Peterson, and then he shows him how to do it, and then as a surprise he shows the alligator that bites his hand, and Chubbs faints, falls out of the window and passes away. And then the championship of the golf championship, Happy Gilmore is doing good for the first 3 days, but then the 4th day he gets hurt because a fan hits him with a car, and then he kind of slumps, but then he makes a comeback against Shooter McGavin, and then at the end of the day he has one more hole to win the championship, and then there's tacklers that make it impossible for him to shoot it, but he could do it, and then he does the amazing thing. He shoots it and it goes in the hole, and he beats Shooter McGavin by one shot and wins the jack and gets the house back. And then it's a good movie. It's one of Adam Sandler's most funniest movies ever. I recommend you see it. You could get it on DVD, or it's on like Comcast On Demand, and it's a funny movie. This is a great movie for Adam Sandler. It's very funny. Also cameos by Vern Lundquist and Lee Trevino, and an uncredited role by Ben Stiller, who's the IRS guy. Or we'll be back later with one of these blogs, another one of these afternoon blogs. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be a surprise, and if you want any shout outs, PM me and I'll shout your name out. I'm not going to be shouting people's names out at random. Okay? Have a good day.